Hello. I've let this go on for like 6 minutes, as I realize that of all the Castlevania 4 songs I have in the folder, apparently this one in particular is the one that goes on the longest loop, which is 3 minutes, whereas the other two were, let me see, if you don't even tell me here. This one is 1 minute, the other one was 2 minutes. So it adds up, doesn't it? Alright. Yes, we will need a healer, but we'll also need a... oh yeah, hang on a minute. Where's this? There it is. I always forget to clear out the Fontificator window after... or... well, after the end of a stream or before I begin another one, but... oh well. Because for now... because right now, rather, it's time for me to go to the second game in this interesting sub-series, which is also the game that shows up above the other two in the Steam list of games for some reason when organized alphabetically. It is also a game that I will have to capture. Let me see. Software capture probably. Oh boy, it looks like it's changing the resolution of that other monitor too. That's reassuring. Actually, I don't think I've ever streamed this. So this should be an interesting experience, if nothing else. Okay, there goes, it's showing up at least. Fun fact, I'm fairly certain that this originally came out for the 3DS, so... this is the Super HD remaster, except not really. I think the same thing happened with another game I played on stream that wasn't really that great, called Batman. It was part of the Arkham Batman games that I did. I can't remember which... was it Arkham Origins Blackgate? I think that was. I actually played that game after I played this one, and let me tell you, the engines for these two games feel very similar. It might be the same one, but I don't know. I don't think they had the same developers specifically, though. Well, I can see a third moon on the left. Let's pretend I only see two, because I don't want to make this any darker. And oh hey, look at that. I have 2 save files, and there can only be 2 save files, so rip this one. Right, let's start a new game. So, fun fact about this game, I guess, before I pick or click start. Press start new game. Oh, we can't access any of the extras, but we can access the extras option for right now. This is like the attempt, I guess, to... whereas the first Lords of Shadow game was like a complete sort of reboot, which didn't really connect back into the original Castlevania continuity in any way, except for some of the names being taken from that continuity, and the fact that you play as a Belmont, who in that game is the only Belmont, and because he's like the first Belmont, and he becomes Dracula at the end. Even though that never happened in the original, continuity. This tried to weave the two together a bit more. It's still a reboot, there's still no direct connection, but I think you'll see what I mean. So let's start. We can play in hardcore if you're a fan of Castlevania Lords of Shadow, quote unquote, and what face a brutal combat challenge. I don't think so. Because, I don't think there's any other point that's as bad as the Forgotten One boss fight, but I still would rather not want to find out. So let's just, even though I've already beaten this once and played like halfway through it a second time, let's just play normal. Limited save files sure are fucking dumb, yeah. So hey, we get to play as Gabriel Belmont 1 year before his fight against the Lords of Shadow, so before the first game starts. And before that whole nonsense with him becoming a vampire at the end. It look exactly the same. And hey, this is before he murdered his wife because Patrick Stewart put the mask on him. Patrick Stewart is not in this game, by the way, but he will be in the next one. Apparently he bundled up a lot more back in those days. So here we are, there's no indication that we are, but we are in control right now. I can just turn back, there's an invisible wall in the way. And I can't really do anything right now, despite pressing all buttons, except for just walk left and right. So you know, this is gonna be an exciting game, on par with such classics as Gone Home, or... I don't know. So I wonder what we could be closing in on here. They be Maurice Wolfies, or no, apparently they're like black lizard wolf people. And hey, we took our cape off. See, I feel like that might be a reference to the beginning of Castlevania 3, where Trevor has the whip, and he's like praying before the cross, and he flips his cape out of the way when he turns to face the player. But I don't know, that might be stretching it, but who knows? You never know with these developers. Well, I think the controls, the basic controls are pretty much the same. Block and you roll with the same button, which is not really as wieldy as these people seem to think. And we don't have a health bar or anything like that at the moment, so we're literally invincible, I'm pretty sure. Also, well, once we get the HUD, once we get the UI, I guess I'll try to figure out what the best place for the navigator thing will be, but right now it's just gonna sit there on the right side. Hopefully it's a good enough place for now. And here we are. We can't be bothered to take the long way around, so let's just slide down like that. Look and sync on an enemy attack? I don't know. I don't think you get health orbs or anything like that. That's no longer a thing, but... or not health orbs, magic orbs. But you can still do the counter if you do a synchronized block, I guess. That's what that's about. Yeah. And even if we're cornered like this, we can just keep hammering away. At least I don't think there's quick time events for like the... or at least not as many quick time events as in the 3D games, the full-on 3D console games. Remember that this was originally a portable game. You know, do keep that in mind if this feels particularly weird at any point. I think the only way you can get health back is, I don't know, maybe they drop like a different kind of orb, but let's forget about that for now, because we got this demon, lion, scorpion creature that he just took one eye from.
Is this the best the pathetic Brotherhood of Light can send?
Well, when they heard your goofy laugh, maybe they didn't take it seriously. Also, I'm fairly certain there are subtitles in this. Oh my god. Forget about that. Literally, oh my god. But... guess they're not enabled by default, which is weird. that's how the Ghostbusters trap was invented. And I guess we don't care about property damage in medieval times. Meanwhile,
you have seen it, Marie. The mirror has shown you Gabriel's fate. You must protect the child from his father. Trevor and his lineage will be the only ones capable of facing him in the future. Your son's survival is the only hope for humanity. We will come for him at nightfall.
you mean it's not already night? Oh, tell my, what a twist. Turns out Gabriel had a secret child this whole time, and apparently they knew all, like, even before he set out on his stupid quest from the first game, that he would become Dracula in the end. So here we go. Trevor Belmont was taken from his mother's arms and raised in secret. Apparently Gabriel never knew that he had a son by her. Now Dracula delivers his war upon the Brotherhood and mankind. When he decided to do that, it's not really clear, but Trevor grew to manhood, had a son of his own called Simon Belmont. Even though that's not really how it worked in the original continuity, there were like 200 years or 300 years in between them being born, but tale begins here many years later. It is through the son of Trevor Belmont that the deeds and courage of the father can be revealed. Alright. So yeah, we're kind of gonna go backwards in how we play through there are 3 stories in the game. That's how this works, and we start with the one that happened last, which is Simon's story. 57 years later, oh boy.
Run, Simon, don't stop! Keep going to the forest, don't look back! Run! Run!
Alrighty then. I'll run against this repeating Flintstones background with that face. Does that happen to you often? Boy. Right, well, here we are. So before I do anything else here, assuming I'm going to be put in control, audio, maybe spells on. Why is that off? I don't think... Okay, do they stay on? Okay. Gee, I sure hope that stays the same. Right, so... time for some 2.5D stuff. You can access our map, our inventory, our skills, and a bestiary, which is completely locked right now, as you can see. Synchronized block, grab, stomp. Oh yeah, I forgot about that actually. Fast recovery, direct attack, direct attack combo, area attack combo, just mash it, and a bunch of other stuff that it's unlocked as we get levels. We get levels in this game, who would have thought? It's almost like they were trying to take away from the Metroidvania stuff. That's actually good, but unlike those games, the only difference that gaining levels does for you is that you unlock more of these moves. You don't get more health or anything like that, any kind of stats, because you don't really have those. And as you might have seen, max level is like 18, because that's as many moves as they put in there. And apparently Simon has the Beast Hunter Whip. Made from various animal skins, interlocked, forming a tightly woven pattern. He's with the tribesmen of Wallachia. Feathers and reinforced with fragments of metal which maintain its flexibility, yet it is strong enough to rip through armor, wood, and flesh with ease. Alright. Apparently that's all he has right now. So let's save the fact that we looked at that, and alright, so far it looks like the chat is in a good place. Good enough place at least. Let's see if it stays that way. Oh boy, oh yeah, we get experience from killing enemies, but not really something I'm terribly concerned about, as you might have seen, because of the fact that it's pretty much the same as the experience that you get in the normal Lords of Shadow games, where you can just use that to buy new skills, except in this one you just get the skills automatically, because it's just like a tree that's predetermined, you don't really get a choice. And here we are, health fund. This works exactly the same way. Yes, I know. I don't need to use the health fund right now, but, you know, unlike the first game, it's gonna let me use it even if I don't need it, so that's nice. Alright. Oh boy, well, the parkour is still here, and it's still as bad as it was before. Hey, that guy has a gift for me. Merry Christmas. It's got a weird red corset thing going on here, I don't know. Don't know if this Simon or the Judgment Simon is weirder in design. Speed to throw the axe, press speed to hold. And I don't know if I'm gonna do that. Also, what do we got here? Oh, the corpses now glow purple. Was the elderly, then the men, women, and children. Not long after the tombstones began to move. And to return of the dead to the world of the living, even though that's already what happened with the necromancers before. Oh, you also get experience from that, I guess that's why it glows purple. So they were like animals, and they slaughtered them like animals. Like they hate them, that's what you're saying. Right, well. Sure is fun killing a Zambos, at least, right? Did we get anything? Oh yeah, we got the axe. We didn't get the bestiary entry. Alright, we need to actually get like an item to get the bestiary entries for the enemies. I forgot about that. But hey, the throwing axe is perfect support weapon against flying creatures and devastating when charged. These barrels can be broken with your main weapon. I'm sure you never would have figured it out on your own, which is why we are telling you. Oh yeah, we're back to using hearts as sub-weapon ammo, I guess, instead of just having to collect the actual sub-weapon. Or like a miniature version of it. Just let's heal ourselves as we so badly need to right now. The chain mechanism began to turn, quickly withdrawing the platform we were standing on. The rest of my company tumbled into the abyss. Oh man. Well, I guess we're not going in that way. I also feel like this might be very... Again, this might be a bit of a stretch, but this might be a reference to the beginning of Castlevania 4, where Simon gets on the bridge, which raises itself to get in the castle, but, you know, in that game he actually makes it on the bridge, like this one. So, let's see where this incredible parkour will take us. Also, you know, fun fact, this game can be played with keyboard and mouse if you so desire. Well, just keyboard, I think, actually. I don't remember if the mouse does anything. I think it might be used for the attacks, but I truly don't remember, but if you do choose to play it like that, it doesn't have rewindable controls, and the controls it does have are all really weird. Like, I think you use like left alt to roll. That's the thing I remember the clearest. Rappel and swing points cannot be used with Simon's current weapons. You should make a note to remember here. Remember this place later. You're allowed to do that now. That was a basic functionality in, you know, in the other... How do I make a note even? Okay. Oh. Wait, what? Oh, but I'm doing it with fucking Steam keyboard? Hang on a minute. I actually don't know what the controls for this are right yet. This. How do I select it, move it? Put it right there. And edit text. Alright, I get on. You can't see this on the stream, I don't think, but got an on-screen keyboard right now. Oh boy, it's I don't know. There. That's my note for that note. And now I know that I need to come back here, because that message will beckon me back. I need a combat cross to reach that platform. With my back broken from the fall, all I can do is await death. Do not enter this evil place without the right equipment. Better stop by the combat cross repository. I think our deals are undead. And then there's this guy. He's not gonna say anything, I don't think. Oh, oops. But let's go swimming and exploring, I guess. Find the secrets. Centuries ago, pilgrims created this underground route to worship the spirit of a woman who had the power of healing. Alright. Oh, now we know. Right, so is there anything else here? Oh, there's a bestiary page here. Bestiary card. For the zombie. Bitten, infected, and stripped of the slightest power of reason, many humans have ended up lost in the castle in search of fresh brains. Clumsy attacks and fragile bodies are compensated for by their ironclad insistence in devouring their victims, even after being dismembered. I don't really know how that works. I don't even remember if the body still keeps going on even after losing the head, which doesn't really make any sense. But hey, here we are. Can I get up here? I can. Is there anything up here? There's not. So let's move on to the Forgotten Caves. Looks like someone forgot them, but we remembered them. And hey, there are fish people here. Mermen, which are actually pretty different from the mermen in the traditional Castlevania games, at least because those are always like bipeds or only have feet with fins, I guess, but unlike these, which have this tail fin that they have instead of multiple legs. So that's different, I suppose. What? updated in the map. Oh, we got direct attack combo final. We just got one more button in our mashing sequence. Oh, and there's little fish in the water that wanders dead, and did that fish just take like a third of my health away? Did I blink and that happened? Ugh. There's not like any health funds here. Also, one moment. I should probably move the. Oh, for fuck's sake! Probably tab out real quick. And goodness, the resolution of the game is weird. Can I change it in the settings? Something tells me I can't, but let me check anyway. Oh, I can make it even bigger. Okay, I guess I'll change it to this much. Actually, I'll change it to that much because that's how that's a resolution for the maximum resolution for my second monitor, which is my TV. Let's see how that works. I don't know if it'll make it any nicer looking. I really don't think so, but I think the reason I had it set to 1280 is because that's like the maximum resolution for windowed mode, which kind of sucks, but right now I have it on full screen mode, so also hey Teppa. See if the killer fish are guarding anything. Apparently they are not. Oh. Yeah, those fish apparently really hurt. It goes pretty good. Hope it's going alright with yourself as well. Oh shit. Oh well, I found something I wasn't really aiming for. Discovering whatever this is, but... Oh, wait a minute. I can't actually access it from this side, so it doesn't matter anyway. So now back in the water with our friends we go. Even as I realize that I probably overshot the place that I'm supposed to go to, but... Right, let's actually stay on the rope this time. Actually didn't realize there was one before. And hey, what could this be? Is this a health upgrade? It is. At least you only need to collect one thing to upgrade your life in this one as opposed to 5. In the first Lords of Shadow. Let's see what else we have. We got a lot of grapple points that we can't use at all, which is kind of weird because I'm pretty sure the grapple was like one of the first things you unlocked in Lords of Shadow 1. Well, we did just start playing the game like less than half an hour ago, so... So now I guess we're stuck on Merman fighting duty for the time being. Right, well that was exciting. Maybe I should use my sub-weapon. Oh hell, why do you know there's another grapple point there that I can't use. I can jump down here though and die, okay. I forgot that this had fall damage. Well, as we've learned from timeless classics such as Bobsy, the best thing to put in a 2D game like this is fall damage. I forget if doing the execution thing, like, gets you anything better than just killing them the normal way. Maybe I'm supposed to go down here, yeah, this looks right. Looks right error than what I did before, at any rate. Oh yeah, I should probably make a note that there's like a secret down here, hang on. Let me do that again with this. Select note, there is no note. Hello. How do I? Oh, X to make a note, okay. And, oh my Jesus, okay. Message I'm gonna put on there, I guess, is, so, erase it. You know what, never mind then. Just, I don't know what, if I, sure, I'll go with the default, default word for W. There we are. Wikipedia. That will be the perfect reminder that I need to go back there and look for something. And I need to do the exact same thing up here too. Well, how much fun is this? Actually, no I don't, because this actually shows up on the map, so I can just come down here regardless. I will need like a special indication to tell me that there's something there, because the game actually provided one for me. That's unusually or uncharacteristically helpful of it. The object cannot be used right now, so we do get magic, but not in the same way as in the first of these games. Hey, it's this guy again.
Who the hell are you? Stand aside.
Well, I'm gonna wave at your necklace first.
What sorcery is this? No. No! Show me more, damn it! That's not enough. I need to see more. That's the battle cross my father carried. Is it still in the castle? I am here to avenge the death of my parents. I mean to end the evil that rules here. Will you stand in my way? I need to recover that weapon. Will you help me find it? Alright, where...
So they really saved on the animations for that guy. And the voice acting, as you might have noticed. Hey look, there's a waterfall of... There's a deadly waterfall here with upset people flowing through it. So no, we can't just go past there because we will die immediately. And I guess we will not die as immediately if we choose to fight this guy. Okay, notice that every strike that you take in this game takes away a lot of health, which makes some degree of sense, because, you know, if it's supposed to be like the traditional Metroidvanias, you do take a pretty good amount of damage from... Oh yeah, I'm glad I magnetized myself onto that ledge. You take a pretty good amount of damage from most things, so... You really should make an effort to not get hit, but... I mean, you can... You know, grow out of that eventually by getting better equipment, but that's not a thing that's in this game, so... Well, let's see what we got here in this hidden altar. That's an engine cutscene, so it doesn't have the cell shade thing. Yeah, I don't know. Bah. And hey, we got bird women this time. And also conveniently covered up ghost women to protect us. And the Spirit of Belnadis. It's an auto shield, as you can see. And remains active as long as you have magic. And much like the original magic, I guess. We can't actually get any of that if we have it active. We have to turn it off if we want to harvest more of it. Boy. Oh, level up new skill unlocked. I wonder what that skill could be. How did I get hit? Damn it. So what is this new skill that I apparently have? Area attack combo final. Oh, goody. Okay, so can also read about the Spirit of Belnadis now. Women of the Belnadis clan have dedicated their lives to devoutly serving Mother Church. Replaced with magical abilities to heal and protect, the spirit of each female Belnadis was allowed to endure and give protection to whomever should need it. Simon can avoid dangers that would otherwise be impossible to overcome, and unknown to him the spirit and love of his mother aids him in the quest, so yeah, because they're like, in case you don't get the implication from that, they basically compress the timeline so that not only is Trevor now Simon's father instead of his great however many grandfather, and we also have Sypha as Simon's mother, so apparently that's the spirit that's helping us now. I mean, in the original continuity, Sypha was also Trevor's wife. But the fact, there's the fact that they lived 300 years apart or so. Hey, did you see the convenient magic fonts? Guess what you can use them for now. And to protect you from other hazards like this steam trap if you're also, too stupid to not just roll past it in time. We got you covered here. But you do need it to get past this thing, so let's summon her with that. And burn through our magic as we go past. 2 more deadly waterfalls, oh boy. And we pretty much have no choice but to burn more magic on, because there's no other way to go. So I'm pretty sure there's a few forks in the road here. So I definitely want this because there's nothing else this way. But of course there's another one of these, well it's the same one. So I wonder what the story is behind these deadly waterfalls, like what originates them, generates them. Right, so before we go over there, let me see what's up here. Well, according to the map, we have to go up there. So I'm gonna check that one out first, one on the left. Looks like it's shorter anyway. Oh, hi. And looks like this is where we climb up, so I guess this is the way we're supposed to go. I will. Like Lords of Shadow 1, I'm probably actually gonna try to get all the collectibles in this. If only because there aren't nowhere nearly as many, nor are they, that hard to go back to and collect. And they actually help you out. why do we have to push this off that way or the other way? No, we would have to do it this way. Can we activate the spirit while pushing the box? We can, alright. Don't know why I'm doing this, but alright. Oh, presumably to get up there. But do I have to get up there? I guess I do, because there's another waterfall there. And the only thing that is up here is the thing you need to just get past. So let me see. Somewhere down here is... By down here I mean on this map that I'm in right now. Is the other waterfall that I did not take that time. Let me see if I can make a note of that. There you go, this way. How do I do that anyway? So good night, lizard. What button do I use to... Not that. See, there's this weird thing in the... Oh, it's right trigger. Okay. The on-screen keyboard thingy that you can use to where you move the sticks, and you can use that to like move around the keyboard, but then you don't know which key to press to actually trigger that, because it's not a... Apparently it's left and right trigger, alright. So what did I want to write down? Hey. Go. Well, fuck spaces. This way. Whoops. Right here. That will have to do, I'm afraid. Beautiful. Alright. Alright, now let's actually continue. I hope I don't have to push the box more, because I'm gonna continue on without it. I do have to push the box more, son of a bitch. Alright. Well, at least they give you the necessary stuff you need. The necessary stuff you need. I know what I said. I'm not someone who says redundant statements. What are you talking about? You realize, hey, you screwed up. You need to go back. But now we're over here, and now what? Well, we get our health back at least. There's also a font of terrible crap over to the left, but we're not gonna mess with that. Right, I assume I have to go left, but what happens if I try to go right? Oh, there's a font of poison. Hang on. Right, I have to make another note here to... I'm gonna put... go... right... There, go right. Horigoritory, okay. And, okay, so I can't go left either. Or at least not easily. By taking the high road. Oh, for fuck's sake. Can be greeted by an entourage of friends every time I take a step, though, so it seems. It looks like there's something else over to the right that I can only get if I have the grapple thing, so let me go back over there and make another note saying okay, I didn't make any new notes. No, just make a new note there, like that. This one's gonna say go. You know, fuck it, I can just use my keyboard. Left. Hello. Oh, I can't use my keyboard apparently. God damn it. Yeah, edit text. No, it doesn't let me use a keyboard at all. It legit does not. Alright, fine. I'll just fumble with this on-screen keyboard here. Whatever you want, Steam. There, go left also. Okay, so let's just keep going along this the one and only path we can actually explore, despite there being forks in the road, because we can't explore the forks because we don't have the necessary equipment for it yet. Ain't that a stinker? So what's over here to the left, because there's clearly something here. Well, I guess the real question now is there something here to the left that isn't just shambles? Yes there is. We need to grapple. Why do you fucking know? Alright. Hey, guess what? Oh god, the default fill-in text is in Spanish. I didn't even realize that. Oh well, whatever. Grapple. There. Yes, Wikipedia is now internationally counted as a Spanish word. Officially accepted by that mechanism they have to legitimize Spanish words called Real Academia de la Lengua Española, which I am sure the developers of this game know all about, since it's probably in their locality. Never mind the fact that language changes in ways that are completely deregulated by them, or unregulated by them. Yet they try to stick to only one criterion of legitimization, which is we say this is right and this is wrong. The important things to think about when you're playing Castlevania. Also later, Teppa. So what's the point of this fork? Because if I come up here, there's like nothing. I can't go that way. Because it's in the background and I can't move on more than one plane. And yeah, there doesn't seem to be anything up there. So we're just taking the elevator here. Well, this looks like the way forward, so is there anything over to the left? There is, it's a magic upgrade it looks like. So why not, I will take that. It's better than not having it, right? It's better than nothing, right? pretty good thing that this game is constantly reminding me of the Kickstarter game motto, isn't it? Anything over here to the left, there's some barrels. Nice reward for exploration. No game, I'm not gonna use your health one because I don't need to use it. I actually have the judgment necessary to realize that. Hey, a doggo went by. As he entered the main hall, the lights flickered for a moment, distorting the shadows and revealing dozens of eerie skulls before me. Okay, one moment, let me see. What would I tell out for a moment? I don't know if I resize this other window. That, you know what, I should probably just have that minimized there. It doesn't bother me every time I tab out, because it's like oddly resized thanks to the resolution change. There we are. From within the empty socket seemed to be watching me, waiting for something. The lights flicker again, and my fears are realized. The skulls now lie ever closer. So they're like the spooky dogs from Dishonored. They have a name, Gravehounds, that's what they're called. I knew it was something like Greyhounds. But no, these are a little different. But right now we don't have to worry about that because we got company here. I think these things are actually called Skavens. But we also got this man's. So first we gotta take care of the evil, like, third feathered doggos. And then this guy decides he wants to kill us too. So we know all that day's work, oh boy. And he corners us, and we can't really do anything, so we jump over him really awkwardly. See, that's the thing that I don't really like about this game, is that there's like pretty much no way to reliably get past enemies if you're caught in an inconvenient spot like that. And well, you know, much like in the other Lord of Shadow games, you get checkpointed every time you reduce the boss's health bar by a certain percentage. And he moves to the background there, and he can't recover any health during fights, so there's that to take into account too. At least all his attack patterns are... he seems to pretty much only have two, and they're both pretty predictable, so... it's pretty much just a matter of taking care of the doggo onslaught, and then... and wailing on him at her discretion. Oh, you have an air dash in this, I forgot about that. Well, I probably read about it when I was looking through the movie list at the start of the stream. I have a great memory, you see. It's totally not something that constantly fails me. Only became even spookier by taking out the lights. Oh yeah, I forgot about this part. He makes a spooky sine wave pattern, and you can only move around and hope not to get hit. It's a very sloppy sine wave, but I guess that counts. Oh boy, I'm gonna die, aren't I? Nope. I wouldn't, count on me not dying even now. Oh, wait, he's gonna do it again. That's right, if I can survive this spooky sine wave a second time, maybe I'll make it. There we go. Oh boy, that killed me, didn't it? Yeah, even though I was pretty much completely cornered there, and pretty sure I couldn't actually have avoided that. So, at the very least, I'm pretty sure the way they checkpoint you in these fights is... whenever you get the boss's health down to a different segment to where they start doing something different, that's when they checkpoint you. I don't even have to dodge constantly, I can just do this over and over. There's no way if he corners you to even dodge that. That's a problem too. What's he doing now? It's like showing off. So basically the very first thing you should do after you get him back to the normal form, after he does the spooky sine wave, is get past him and on to the other side. Or not, since he's actually have the advantage here for once. And he's doing it again. Oh boy, I triggered him too hard. Alright, let's go on this side first. Yeah. I'm trying to dodge away from him. I don't know if it's gonna work. Okay, it did work. And dead. Well, gotta do this, I guess, but basically dead. Still gonna call his doggos, but then things take a turn for the weird, as we'll see. That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. Oh, and we got the bestiary entry for the Night Watchman. Wow. And the guillotine skill. Here it tells you about the... Wait. It tells you about the... Oh no, it tells you about the stomp, which I still did not use, but... It doesn't tell you about the air dash, which is probably the most useful move you have. And we can also read about this guy. Though dead for many years, a terrible curse has prevented the Night Watchman from leaving the world of the living. Only reason to exist is to keep the torches and lanterns lit, keeping intruders away, because that's what that does. Accompanied by his skavens, he wanders the castle corridors until the priest that comes when a new visitor arrives, causes his cold and prized light to flicker once again, even though he should do that anyway if he keeps lighting the lights. So that little bit of purple prose doesn't really work. Be an HOT deals. Okay. So what else we got over here? Behind the store lies the great animated chessboard, designed by vampires to kill time during their long nights. It is said that a human is invited to play from time to time. If he wins, he's received into the vampire clan. If he loses, he's included on the dinner menu. Well, I mean, Gabriel lost a couple of times against Laura in my version of events when I played the first game, and that didn't cause him to die. Hold up a bit. There's another grapple thing here. Let's make it out like we want to do. Grapple. Perhaps in a couple of years we'll actually be able to explore those places. Hey, there's another grapple right in front of us. Oh boy. We're gonna check this out before we note that though. Oh no, we can't, like, oh yeah, we can. Use RT to let go of this, I guess. Can you believe that? Oh, will they be able to open it before this guy reaches us? Maybe not. But how about now? Well, they do keep coming, so you are just expected to Do it quick, even when they're in the way. Alrighty, before we go that way, let me... Hey, guess what? Or guess what? Because the other letter was in the bay, and typing with the sticks is actually really weird. I'll take that even if I don't need to, and here's the guy. It's not even gonna acknowledge his presence now though. He's gonna walk past him and tap him, which causes him to go away, I guess. Cells. Are they dead cells? See, there's a good Castlevania-like game, but it's a roguelike. Well, hey, we get to spin the minecart here. Red Bear, where are you? And walk past the wonderful screaming faces in the rock. Really give the place a distinguished air. Oh boy. That's a Resident Evil thing, I think. And like the zombies have... They only have like the upper half of their bodies repeating, so they crawl on the ground, and then when they reach you, you can stomp them and kill them immediately. Boy, guess what it's time to do again. This time I'm gonna write this. Right. Yeah, I actually did it correctly this time. Know that there's steam on the way there. Okay, actually, wait a minute. Can we... I was gonna say, can we keep going right there, but I'm actually pretty sure we can't. But just for the sake of being thorough, I can confirm it right now. Yeah, we can go right. Let me see. Let me see what kind of nonsense. Oh shit. Damn it. Nonsense will cause me to flick my hand forward slightly and all would send my keyboard tumbling to the ground. But it didn't, so it's alright. Crossing the bridge, we were careful not to trip over the piles of bones stacked upon the ground, when suddenly one of our men shouted in pain. Death rose up around us, forming an army of fearsome fleshless corpses. Gee, I wonder what's about to happen here. Why, I could not have seen that coming, possibly. Well, we put in the oil flask, so this time it's not holy water, it's the oil flask. But let's charge it up. Or not, since apparently we are interrupted. That's a more devastating attack then. We still have to... We don't. We don't even have to, like... Oh no, we do. There we go. I was gonna say we don't have to destroy the bones once they're just scared on the ground anymore, but apparently we do. I just failed to do that before. I guess we don't have to do that if we just do the execution kill. Oh, for fuck's sake. Fighting skeletons is just as annoying in this as it was in Lords of Shadow 1, so, you know, A+ for continuity, I guess. consistency in that regard. What else do we got? We got the oil flask. Commonly used to defend the castle walls, these fragile oil flasks can reduce any adversary to ashes. They explode and quickly spread their fiery contents, covering everything with flames that damage enemies over time. And apparently, that's also how holy water works, if you might recall. Using conjunction with your regular attacks to thin down a crowd. Or don't, your choice. And I've made my choice. I'm gonna go back and use this health font for real this time, since I actually need it now, after I've been in combat. And continue going on to the inner cells this time. Oh boy. Actually, wait a minute. I can't push this down. Oh, we don't need to push this down there. What even is over here? It doesn't seem like there's anything up here. Wonder if doesn't seem like there was any point to come up here, to be quite frank with you. Except to fight the skeletons, I guess. So sure, I'm glad that I did that. Did you hear that incredible Castlevania soundtrack? It sure is exciting, just like the old days, isn't it? Oh boy, I think we're about to get one of the most more obtuse references in this continuity to the original continuity with Red Ghost you see over there. Don't need the magic font right now. Just take a look at where this is. According to legend, Michael Gelhard Schneider, a most noble knight and highly skilled archer, was captured by the the Bernhards, and excuse me if I made that little slip of the tongue, imprisoned somewhere in the castle. He died here but vowed vengeance on the castle and its occupants. It said that his spirit will come to the aid of a true warrior. Michael Gelhard Schneider, which you might notice shares a nickname, or not a nickname, a last name with Reinhard Schneider, who was one of the playable characters in Castlevania 64, the most celebrated of all Castlevania games, as I'm sure that you would agree. And fun fact, I'm pretty sure that if you have the manual for that game, the reference is that Michael Gelhard Schneider was the guy who trained Reinhard Schneider, so of all things to reference, why wouldn't you reference Castlevania 64, I guess? Might as well go full-on continuity whoring. Or reference whoring. It's negative continuity whoring. But, well, I mean, they already did that with Cornell, I guess. Cornell was also from Castlevania 64 originally. There's something over to the left that I can't access right now. That's a shame. But if the little, camera pan to show us the red ghost was any indication, we're probably gonna get the grapple before too long. Actually, hang on a minute. Can we leave like a note here somewhere? Just for the hell of preserving that. There, place note, edit text. There. Do I need this? I do not need this. Instead, let's explore the vertical prison. Sounds like an innovative idea. As this might be a reference to the underground waterway, I don't know. Is there anything new on there? There is spinning chain, hold Y in the air. Or don't. Might be a reference to the underground waterway areas from like Trickle of the Moon et al. But who even knows? I'm sure I'm giving these designers too much credit with these implied references that I'm dreaming up. Level up new skill unlocked. What is it this time? It's Rising Strike. You can lift weak creatures directly into the air with this. Actually, wait a minute. Are these skills like... Okay, level 18, they're all for... Are they all for not Trevor? Simon? I don't know. I do know that you do get to play as multiple characters in this game, spoiler alert, but I forget if the, experience pool is shared between them or if they each have their own thing. And there's something up there, but I have the feeling I'll find it. It doesn't look like I can access it from down here regardless. Regardless of what abilities I may have. And I believe I have this another water racing thing, so there's nothing else we can do right now, so let's go. Flood this place even more. Hope these things are water resistant. So now that we've gone ahead and flooded this part, can we swim up there? We can. And might be something. Oh, wait a minute, this probably take the long way around since, this game has fall damage and all. Even though there was water there, alright. That might be a lever to raise the water more, but before if it is, then I would like to see what else there is here before I mess with that. Might be a lever to raise the water more, or it might not be. Actually, it seems like it might not be. Or it might. Is there anything over there, over here to the right, or am I just imagining things? Okay, I'm not. There is actually nothing there, so I just figured out exactly where to go immediately, and I just didn't do it because I wanted to be certain that I wasn't missing anything. Not that that really matters in this game, because you can just, it's completely non-linear. Well, that's a lie. It's pretty linear, to be honest, compared with your average proper Metroidvania, but it's non-linear in the sense that you can just backtrack. However, it's not like stage-based like the first Lords of Shadow was. And that's also the case with Lords of Shadow 2, even though... Oddly enough, I think for the full 3D games, I feel like the stage-based progression of the first one was actually better. Because I'm not really the biggest fan of how the second one works. But we'll get to that in due time. What do we got here for the time being? We got a dead guy with a scroll that I can't jump up here, seriously. Oh, no, I can. On a note with the following instructions, the worst prisoners must be isolated from the rest and taken to cells with levers inside. The mechanisms allow water into the gallery, drowning all of the convicts in the lower sections. Oh boy. The worst prisoners must be given that control, I see. And I have to presume that maybe it was Gabriel, aka Dracula, who wrote that note. I will die in this cell tonight. I will end my life with one final act of cowardice. I shall take my own life. Refuse to watch the beasts remove the flesh from my bone. I will deny them my screams. Well, I guess he did. At least, he's a man of his word. Right, let's swing on the rope then, like so. And take another lever. Right, you can climb up there, which leads me to question immediately, as always, is there anything on this side? I see spikes. I do not like spikes. Oh. So the timing for these things gets worse, I see. Right, let's do the zip line across. And then see as apparently all the water is being sucked out of the castle. For no reason in particular. It all just suddenly caved in. And forming a nice pool outside. Well, I'm glad we saw that. And we now need to go that way. You know, as if we were gonna go anywhere else first, but let's check out the kitchen, which... Oh, there's a thing there, hang on. Deep lore, there we go. Deep lore that we can't access yet. So let's get our health back with the health font, and there's an elevator here, but before we take that, let's see what using the box here will yield for us. It will yield a heart upgrade, is that what I see? That's kind of useless. It only increases ammunition by 1, so you know. I stand by what I said. And there's nothing else here, so let's go. Nothing else that we can reach from where we are right now, anyway. Maybe after I get on the elevator. And take a look at what's outside. Oh, a Burning Man. And also a wooden spoon that could take out an entire football team. Oh man. Nope, apparently he woke up. We have to wait a little longer before we're able to cook him. So in case it's not completely obvious, which I guess it's not necessarily, these are the Lords of Shadow version of the Fleamen. They're nowhere near as annoying as they were originally because you don't get hurt just by touching them. You have like unlimited shit to throw at you though, which is kind of irritating. I don't remember if they're called Fleamen or if they're called Hunchbacks, but they're basically Fleamen. I suppose that's what they're supposed to be. So, oh boy. So it looks like we might be able to go back to where we were in the pre-elevator area if we follow down here. Follow the path down here, that is. Oh, there's something here. What could this be? Why didn't it glow purple before I went through the little nook? Waking in this dark place, I found a plate of roast meat and a glass of spiced wine beside me. I grabbed a juicy leg, took a bite, chewed and swallowed hard. Hadn't taken more than 2 bites when I discovered that the bone holding the meat was a human femur. I can take this, or I can tell this just from looking at it. I majored in anatomy, you see, in the Middle Ages. Okay, we're back here. We're back here, where I'm pretty sure the path up there was closed off by something before. Maybe. I actually don't remember. I have to assume it was though, because I would have gone this way first if that hadn't been the case. Oh, we gotta way back to hold LS. Oh, to turn that on and off. I was wondering what that was about. What happens if we go this way? To the guard's room. The room with the guards inside, not the room that belongs to the guards. The bestiary and therefore flying Skaven. Some Skavens mutate with violent convulsions to develop wings that they use to rise above other terrestrial prey. These creatures suck the very soul out of those unfortunate enough to come across them. Oh well, and we get an update on the zombie. Some leads are weakness, yep. They are weak against everything, well you know, but this guy's strong against everything. I think that's what that means, I actually don't know. I think the glittery thing is... Actually I don't know what that means. Okay. It's not quite as intuitive as the symbols in Lords of Shadow 1, where it's like, you know, shield if they're resistant and skull if they're weak. Couldn't be quite that intuitive this time around. Alright, so where am I right now? I think I know where I am, hang on. We got up here, well we got something there that we cannot access, need a... I don't know if we're gonna be able to open that up, or if we need like some kind of other power to access that. Well, we can easily... oh shit, that... it only takes a second to get past that laser, but it takes out like a far magic to block that. Tell us to carry these magical scrolls with us at all times and to never part with them. They are able to reflect our thoughts onto the very paper itself, see? They start justifying this here. I thought they started justifying it at the second game, but I guess they start justifying it here. I don't know why they started now, given that there was nothing like this in the first game, but hey, whatever. If we die, they enable other brothers to learn from our mistakes so that they may complete their mission successfully. Hey, I'm the world building guy. So yeah, it doesn't look like I'm gonna be able to get past this for now, so might as well, you know what we need to do, right? To leave a note. It's gonna say, I don't know. Need mist form required head, wings required head. Strange creature ahead. I'm gonna put need mist form because that's what you would need if this were Symphony, which it is not. My god, it is not. But it's just I don't know, mnemonic device for me, I guess. Not to be confused with a mnemonic device. I don't know what a mnemonic device would be actually. Presumably something that tells you to grab them cakes. Oh shit. And the reason I came back here is because I wanted to see if there was anything back here, but it doesn't seem to be the case, so... fuck it. Oh. Oh, okay. I wasn't sure if that was gonna happen, actually. Okay, it looks like we're making it past this area. And into the theater, because every evil vampire castle needs to have one of those. Even though we found nothing of the sort in the first Lords of Shadow when we came to this place. You know, this is supposed to be the same castle that Carmilla and Laura live inside. Now Gabriel, aka Dracula, owns it. I'm gonna leave that noteless for now, because we're gonna check out what's on the stage here. It looks very nice. Very modern decor. Very Tim Burton. Same thing with the marionettes. I guess marionettes are supposed to be a very, very far cry of a distant reference to the marionette enemies from like Symphony and what have you. Except that these ones, instead of being, you know, regular enemies that can fly and that curse you when they touch you, and they don't really do much else. Instead of that, they are the things you see before you now. Ooh. It's a man's again. You're not alone here, so it seems. And I can also do that with shoot dodge with the air dash, I guess. Yeah, jeez. Well, with the air dash, we're just by going far enough from them. That's no longer a problem. I at least like how you can use the execution animations to escape any imminent attacks that may have been directed towards you just before you did that. Oh my, who could this be? Looks like someone made it down here. Well, back to Cell Shade cutscene now, I think.
Wait!
There's this mysterious man.
Who was it that helped me escape? Do you know him? Damn it! I'm tired of your silence! Show him to me! Here! Now! Stupid creature! Alright, alright. At least tell me where I must go.
Yep, that's very helpful. Well, the red arrow on your map apparently is going to tell you where you must go. So we accomplished a lot with that, I'm sure you'll agree. Killing a bunch of puppets. Alright, so, Yes, I am gonna leave a note here after all. I thought maybe we wouldn't have to, but no, I do. And guess what this is gonna say? It's gonna say the same thing that I've already written like 3 times. But with a little, add-on this time, the word up. Oh, there you are. Oh, you opened the door for me. That's nice. Ah, shit. More of these fuckers come down. Yeah. And apparently you're very hard pressed too. I forgot what I was gonna say. They don't get staggered is what I was trying to say, but I did not figure out a proper way to enunciate that. I don't think any of the enemies in this game, well, not many of the enemies in this game get staggered actually from your regular attacks. I don't even think you can get like a strong attack like you can in the other games to actually try to stagger enemies with. Well, not that those games even have enemies that get staggered that much, but... Table filled with all kinds of delicious foods and reached out to grab a shiny apple. It was not until I picked it up that I realized it was fake, trick to attract my attention, but now it is too late, so, you know, I'd totally go and take a feast in the evil castle. Rising assault. Sure do love, oh for fuck's sake, how many iframes the puppets have. It's very reassuring, don't you know? I guess you know, they give you the red and blue magic in this game. They're like protective magic, and then the red magic that we don't actually have yet. I think they expect you to use that in place of the red and blue magic from the 3D games, which allows you to heal and hit harder. But since you need the blue magic for some puzzles, it seems like think you would not want to use that much. Bestiary entry for Macabre Puppets. Macabre Puppets, I don't know. It's also the many who dare to enter the domain of the dragon are forcefully removed from their bodies to be confined inside macabre wooden puppets. On the other end of the strings is a toy maker. These are very long strings, you see, who abuses himself by acting out his mortal play with new strangers. Toy maker who, if you play this game before you play any of the other Lords of Shadow games, you might think, hey, am I supposed to know about this character? But no. There's like a bunch of references to that character, and it doesn't actually show up except for like a second, and doesn't say anything or anything. And you pretty much never see him again, except for one very brief scene in Lords of Shadow 2. Spoiler alert. Oh, I like bird ladies, okay. Like the ranged attacks that you cannot interrupt. Alrighty, so... Oh dear, okay. Actually no, apparently the harpies are the enemies that get staggered the easiest in this part of the game. Apparently that whole thing I said was a jape. The enemy's not getting staggered very easily. And it wasn't even an intentional one. Okay, it's werewolves. I guess they're still around. Got their hair loincloths, I see. In a very convenient shape and length. Oh, there you are. I didn't even see you before. Sure would love getting randomly sandwiched between two enemies like that too, by the way. It's one of my favorite things. It looks like you can stagger enemies with combo finishers sometimes, maybe. Oh, what? Okay, so you can dash backwards like that, and I was not aware of. Also, pretty sure one of the backing tracks from this song that we're hearing now is like the same as Pop Goes the Weasel. Kinda hear it. So, you know, clearly the best thing to associate with Castlevania fights. Can I even do anything to get up here? No, nope. Or maybe I can, hang on. Can I grab this? At least here I can. Bestiary entry unlocked, werewolf. Werewolf. During the dark years of the Lords of Shadow's reign, hundreds of humans were bitten by werewolves and infected with their cursed blood, dominated by their instincts. Rid of their leader, Cornell, they occupied the castle to worship their new alpha male. Okay. They just flocked to Dracula when he rose up. Also, guess what time it is again? It's really weird. What really puzzles me is like, why doesn't Steam just let me use the keyboard when it brings up the on-screen keyboard like that? I got it right in front of me and it would be 10 times faster if I just typed on that, but nope, using the controller, you gotta use the controller for everything, even typing. So that's a good model. Oh boy, looks like we're finally gonna get the grapple thing though. That's what this little area is building up to. The library. Oh, well, there's a guy in the background there, by the way. I don't think he serves any purpose in the game. He's just there to be a flavor background thing, I guess. Just watch him drag his chains along. He's gonna pass right on through and mind his own business and disappear behind this bookshelf, I suppose. You can still kind of see the... Oh, there's more bookshelves for him to disappear behind. And the passageway back there, I guess you can kind of see the light he casts on the wall disappearing. So good for that guy, at least he's not getting in my way. Oh dear, hang on. I guess yeah, we can't do anything here until we get the other thing that we came here for, so yeah, fuck it, let's grab the health fund. Even though we don't need it that badly, I guess it's better than not taking it. For this thing coming up here. Oh yeah, we get another reference to the Animation Symphony coming up here, I'm pretty sure. So before we start messing with that, let's see what's down here. Or not, we need the thing, so... There's so many grapple things in this area, I'm not even gonna bother taking note of all of them. Just grab this book. I already know it's an evil book, and it's gonna try to steal our magic, and it's gonna succeed at stealing our magic, so it's like the Mandragoras in the first Lords of Shadow, I guess, where they steal your life. Oh, okay. You pretty much need to focus on them first, because they're kind of fragile, but they do continually steal from you if you let them live. Oh. Well, that was exciting, assuming that's the end of that. And, oh, well, there's a Fleeman. Hunchback, I don't know, they have one of those two names. I think it's Hunchback actually, but I'm just gonna keep calling him Fleeman, because that's just the more, I don't know, the name I more frequently associate with that type of enemy. Oh, hang on. There. Oh, it's just here. So what does this guy have to teach me here? Ronaldo Gandolfi decided to install retractable spurs on the end of the combat cross. Brotherhood Knights chosen from amongst the elite could reach places inaccessible to others. Even Gandolfi himself is lost to us now. You know, speaking of Gandolfi, or at least this continuous version of him, there was like a note in the first Lords of Shadow that said something like Gandolfi's in the woods is like hidden as a hermit or something, like near the Baba Yaga stage, but that was never followed up on pretty much. It was just there. Oh boy, what do we got here? Got some secret passageway, perhaps. Finally gonna get that what we've been seeking this whole time. Oh, what do you know, it's a thing that's very snugly rested on. Hang on a minute, before I press RT to use, let me confirm that I have full health, because I'm gonna need it, because, well, you'll see in just a moment here. Let's get this very, very fancily presented artifact. And be haunted by one of the necromancers.
Desires this weapon. Your father was not worthy of carrying it, and neither are you!
I can tell you this even though I just met you, so we get a necromancer. I'm fairly certain the voice actor for the necromancer is the same one as in Lords of Shadow 1. And Sobek is referenced, but he does not actually show up in this game. Just a very superficial reference there, I guess. Oh, he just keeps doing that. Oh, shit. And I guess this Necromancer is the closest we get to a proper death fight in... That's anything like the, traditional death fights from old school Castlevania, because he does that shit with the thing that's shaped like a moon, and it's actually really hard to avoid because it really does not lend itself well to this type of controls. Shame on you. There we go. I do. Haven't even been using that yet. Yeah, how could you accuse me of that if, haven't even been using her for this fight? Now what's he doing? Oh, he's throwing some shit. It's like the fatal ray attack that Dracula had, except not. Oh, shit. Oh, can't really escape because I'm completely enclosed here, you see. Okay. Oh, it keeps going along like that? I thought it didn't, but whatever. So I guess this fight... I was gonna say, I guess this fight only has two stages, but I don't even know anymore. And then you get those little rotating circles that you need to go within. Yeah, let's see how you fight without this that's shaped like a moon. Well, see how I get to him without... So time for some Shinnok style combat. Oh shit, did I die? No, not yet. So if I don't screw up this last part, I might actually be able to get him without dying. Don't know if I will though. Okay, let's see. There we go. And this seems like the sort of scene that would have had a quick-time event like mashing the button in Lords of Shadow 1, but not this time around, I guess. You can still feel the controller vibrating though. But there we go. We've recovered Trevor Belmont's combat cross. We can now grapple. And use grapple points such as the one that's required to exit this place. They are now purple instead of red, to indicate that we are now allowed to use them. Hey, level up. Got the combat cross instead of the whip. While it retains some of its original power, years of use have worn its magic metal, so much of its legendary offensive capabilities have been lost. So is that like Gabriel's original combat cross? It's not really clear. The intricate shape of the links enables Simon to grab enemies from a distance and swing. So just like... See, that might be a Castlevania 4 thing, where Simon can use the whip to grapple onto certain places. And we have a new objective, but first let's... And something else, a new move, chain to grab. So basically the same grapple execution thing that you had at the beginning of the first Lords of Shadow, but this time you have to play for like an hour to get it, an hour and a half. Also, I don't think I noticed this before, but if you look up here you can see like Trevor's clothes. Even though you the player aren't really supposed to know what those look like yet. They're just kind of there. I think I needed that, yeah, you get healed when you level up, I guess. Or maybe it was a scripted event for that boss, I don't know. So now we can use old grapple crap that was closed off to us before in this area. And I think I will before I go any further in that direction. Oh boy. Like if I go up here, was there anything here? There was. I'm pretty sure there was. Yep, there we go. Oh, we need to let go with R. We can't just jump like in 3D ones. Or at least the first 3D one. I don't remember if Lord of Shadow 2 has a grapple like that. Trail of ectoplasm led me to discover the location of a strange translucent creature. When I stabbed its insubstantial body with my sword, I felt a strange shiver pass through me. Like, maybe that's referencing the background ghost that's back in the other room, but I don't even know. It might just be... Might just be flavor text, because, like, without any significance, because I'm pretty sure you can't ever interact with that creature in the background. It's just kind of there. Right, yeah, what if I don't want to fight you, fuckers? I think I can make it up here now, but the question is, what will I learn by... Oh, book with several marked word rests on its book stand. Hidden off 3 roots, the same book's number open. The passage has opened somewhere in the library, so open 3 books from some secret passage is what I got out of that. Oh, okay, that's why. Can't jump or let go with A, because you need that to kick away from the wall sometimes. So now we're back here. I'm pretty sure this is near where we fought the Night Watchman. And we can get some more extra shit now. The armor's structure has collapsed on top of me. Now I will never return home or know love from another. This is the first thing that pops into my head. I'll die here, though my heart is filled with pride at having served the holy cause. My poor soul yearns for release, and well, guess he got it eventually. So is there even any point to... Well, I guess just getting that Skaven. And we get all this stuff in the castle hall. We got the Skaven Bestiary and 3 these reanimated corpses. Apparently that's what they are. He did infect the dead remains of other creatures, with many sections of the castle threatening to become infested with them. You can take a very close look at them. The Skavens are sort of living dead, commanded by the Night Watchman, whose power has transcended the limits of witchcraft, taking a more tangible and dangerous form. Alright. Actually, wait a minute. Before I leave, I want to remove this note, because I'm pretty sure I don't need it anymore. Where the fuck am I right now? There. Delete. How do I delete it? Drop note? Oh, why to delete the selected note? That's supposed to be a trash can icon, I guess. Oh, no, you have a limited number of notes you can place, it looks like. Oh well. Guess I can see if I can get the... Get the first of the 3 stories in this game done for now. There's only 3 bosses per story, so we're already quite a good part of the way there. Oh, hi book. Let me just check this again, just to be safe that I don't have to do that again. Yep. And I can't actually check it again, so I have to assume that I'm fine. So the box exploded in your face too, if you're like right next to them when they explode. That's unfortunate. Oh well, the same number of books. We know that a secret passageway has opened somewhere in the library. Hang on. I want to fill out the map here, so just to be safe. Oh shit, there is something there. I thought it was just like an empty space, but I guess not. Oops, but I can't reach it from up here, I guess. From over there, even though I'm gonna try one more time. It really feels like I should be able to reach that with the air dash. And if I still can't, you know who to thank for that. Yep. when being a youth. Alright, so... guess we're just going this way now. Actually, wait a minute. If we just hold, like... yeah, there we go. That's how we're supposed to get there, except there's not actually anything we can do here, even though there's a lever right in front of our face. We're not gonna use it. Okay. Good. Good to know. That's how that works. Wait, this is the side. It's like, it's supposed to remind you of non-linear stuff like the Metroidvanias, but like if you actually do try to take it in a non-linear fashion and like get ahead of the route that the game intends for you, it's like the game gets angry and like, no, you're not supposed to be here yet. Go away. What you doing? To get a Tremor Punch for guard breaking. I don't know if the Tremor Punch could guard break in the first Lords of Shadow, but I never tried it. Necromancer's mission is to seize Trevor's powerful combat cross for its master Sobek, Lord of the Dead. Well, it failed. Having been promised the return of its soul for successful delivery of the weapon, the Necromancer is a dangerous foe intent of completing the task no matter what. Well, no, I guess those axes are like... good. I still cannot tell what... I have to assume that that symbol means that the axe is effective, since, you know, you would think the axe would be effective against an airborne enemy like that. I don't know. Homes seem to have been marked by some mad scholar. They may hide a great secret, or perhaps are just mad ravings of the insane. Well, we already find a hint pertaining to that, I'm pretty sure. If he's referencing what I think he is. Oh, hey, look at this. We got a teleportation device. Well, for once, I'm glad that the game is spelling this out for me, because that really does not seem like this sort of object with the appearance that you would look at it and say, hey, it's a teleporter. Also, there's like something here. Feels like we should be able to climb higher, but I don't know, maybe we climb down from somewhere up above. There's actually 3 teleporters, as you can see, but we can only access 2 of them from here right now. We'll have to find the 3rd. So let's, you know what, let's go ahead and open them up, I guess. Let's use the first one that was presented to us and see where that will land us. It looks like the ending of the music was nicely matched up with our entrance into the teleportation device there. Right, let's see what this guy has to tell us. Did he get trapped here? Free me from their claws, save me from their voracious appetite, and hide me from their eyes. Well, I guess he just stayed hidden here and then never went back out. So we're now back in the previous area. Could explore around here and see if maybe there's... Actually, you know what, I just realized what we're probably meant to do right now is like go back to where the red ghost was. Which I should have marked on my map, I'm pretty sure I did. Okay, I'll mark that. We're supposed to go get that guy. Which is why the teleportation things were open to us now, so we can use them to backtrack. Might be right here, actually. Hang on, let me look at the one note that I have here is Ghosty, so yeah, this is the right place. And well, it would have been the right place if I had not just moved away from that, so... Is there anything left in the vertical prison? There is. What the fuck? Well, we're not gonna come here yet, actually. I don't want to explore the vertical prison again, but I guess I must. I think I'm gonna see if I can at least get like all of Simon's shit before I get to the final boss of his story, which is the next boss that's coming up. get to in time. Yeah, we can use the whip to grapple these guys from a distance now. I almost forgot about that. So let's go ahead and get the ghosty here by making good use of our newly acquired grapple. There you go. Crossbow. Let's form a ghostly alliance here. I found the spirit of Schneider. He will help you to attack enemies. Oh, like these zombies, I guess. He will protect you while you try to open this. So that's one thing you can use him for. Pretty sure you're gonna need him for more than that though, like he has a more specialized use. In some parts. And we got a new thing. Oh, we got him in our inventory now. Ancient Oath, sworn by a most noble knight to defeat evil, provides a powerful comrade in arms to the valiant and brave. Michael Gilhard Schneider swore such an oath and now fights by your side in spirit form. Armed with a devastating magic crossbow, always loaded with bolts, he will remain at the service of his allies and will not rest. Until he feels like it, okay. So what is down here? Is it just like a... Well, it looks like we haven't been this way, so let's check it out. Looks like there might be a secret down here. Yeah, it's a bestiary page. Nope, I'm not trying to crawl in, I'm trying to get as close as possible before I get the skeleton warrior entry. Despite being dead, the remains of these warriors retain an echo of what they once were when alive. They keep watch tirelessly over every corner of the fortress, hunting intruders and never abandoning their posts for as long as their bones endure, which is not for very long, as we've come to learn. And there's bullshit involved. So I do see a thing that I want. I am glad that I'm able to collect a lot more side shit with my grapple. Alright, we get a max health up. Do we have anything else left to collect here where I am? Apparently, yes, there's 2 more secrets to find. You can actually check that on the map, which is quite nice, and you can also get stuck on ledges that you don't want to get stuck on, which is not as nice. Alright, so I guess we're going up now. That's the way we didn't go before. Oh, forgot that was there. I'm glad these things recharge fairly quickly at least. And yeah, we didn't go this way, but now we shall, I suppose. See, who needs sub-weapons? We can just wail on them like this. That takes care of that. What else we got? We got... Oh, okay. Well, there's nothing but spikes down there, as you can see, so I guess we're not gonna... Well, is there? Hang on a minute. It looks like there might be something... No. Oh, well, I don't need the ghosty note anymore, so let's delete that, I guess. Let's see. I guess this is how we uncover the square that's to the right of the chasm, but what about the left? This is is now bothering me, and it will not cease to do that until I can figure out what's down there. What is down there? Hang on. If I see something that's like behind the wall, but I should be able to get that regardless, right? And I can't grapple onto the grapple point anymore. Why? Oh, I can only do that after I jump, which makes little sense considering. So there's stuff down, but do I do this? Partly not, but See, I'm very bothered by the presence of something there. There's clearly, you can see like a grapple point glowing on the wall there too, so it's like, do I need to open that with a switch maybe? I'm gonna go back over here for now, but I'm gonna make a note of that because that's gonna bother me to no end. There. I don't know, great. You know, I just realized that Steam probably thinks I'm from Spain because it gives it like the euro symbol when I bring up the on-screen keyboard. And I take offense to that, you know, just because I'm playing this game doesn't mean I'm in cahoots with the people who made it. Oh, what? No, I pressed it once, thank you very much. Alright, what do we got here? I was never an outstanding soldier. I was neither strong as my parents expected or brave as my comrades hoped. I abandoned them in their final battle. Oops. So none of them will settle here for this coward bereft of honor and courage. A Christmas story, alright. Guess we will be just leaving that guy there after all. So that's still one thing left to collect here, yeah. So I can't take a break from exploring just yet. As much as I would like to. Well, when I say that I mean as much as I would like to in this game in particular. And I see there's more stuff over there. I want to take a quick look over here just to make sure there's nothing else I missed. It doesn't look like there is, so guess we'll continue to explore and see if we can uncover the top right part of this area, I suppose. It doesn't seem like there's much else that's going to be within our reach for the time being. Oh, there's another warp here. Guess we might as well check it out to see if it's gonna open up anything else. It's gonna open up the other warp that we had found in the room where they're like collectively placed. Yes, it is. Alright. So we know where two of these warps lead now. They both lead to the same area. So let's finish exploring the same area while we're at it, I guess. Nope, I'm not gonna go over there, Mr. Skeleton. Sorry. Very must decline. Here's the exit. Here's the thing. There's still one more thing left to discover here. I guess I'm gonna check out the exit. Actually, though I'm not. Before I do that. Nope. Okay. Almost screwed up there by quite a bit. Let me take a quick look in. What's here? Okay, Bestiary entry unlocked Hunchback. Okay, so it is Hunchback, not Fleeman, but basically Fleeman. Group of nomadic dwarves settled inside the castle and began working on its reconstruction. Apparently harmless, they survived thanks to their cunning teamwork and disgusting gastronomical taste based on different ways of cooking carrion found along the way. Well, you know, it's called survival cooking. Also, okay, there's a note right here, but what does it say? It says deep lore. Well, I read the deep lore, so let's do away with that note. And now we can move someplace else. We can move to here, maybe? I don't know. Actually, hang on. If I go all the way up there, there's apparently something left. What's that note? Grapple up. Okay, I'm gonna check that out, I guess. Oh, fuck. So if I just keep going up here, I should be able to reach... Maybe? Nope, never mind, hang on. Presumably I'm gonna have to keep going left and then go up and then go right again, yep. Theater. Okay, so apparently I missed something here because I couldn't grapple up, but now I can, so... What am I missing? I'm missing one thing in the theater. So let's, come on. Get up there. And, get the thing. Alright, what is that I see? Looks like a magic upgrade, so why not? I will take that. Everything else, I'm pretty sure the magic and health upgrades are shared between the characters you play as, so there's no reason not to go after all of them. So that takes care of that. That takes care of the note. No, don't make a new note. Delete that one. And now we can withdraw. And presumably forget about this area for the foreseeable future. Pretty sure there are some rooms that you visit with different characters and different events happening in those rooms, depending on who you're playing as, but we have a vertical prison. I'm gonna have to backtrack all the way back to the village. Well, hang on. Let's go this way for now. Apparently there's some stuff there. So to get there, I'm gonna have to follow the path that the game wants me to follow, so there's that. There's that to take into consideration at least. Alright, so what do the notes say? This one says need mist form, or just to open the door, which is probably more likely. And then guess what? We need the grapple. It's grappled somewhere at least. Is it up here? Yeah, here we go. Right, here's oh, that was just for that was hard upgrade. That was not for making progress like I thought it was gonna be. Oh no, we go on the elevator for that. Okay, so seems both of these notes are both related to the same thing, so they both get to go and rest. So time to, before we go back over there, let's make a little loop. And go back to the big area where the two teleporters are. Okay, seems like it's pretty evident what we have to do here. Or where we have to go. Hopefully the former is also true though. Oh, that thing just stops immediately when you just let go of the lever. That's how physics works. Alright. Ooh. Alright, I'll take this. Get another magic upgrade, and I'm gonna guess that's everything. Yep, so let's take care of that. And do that, and now what? Just keep going right, I guess. Oh, okay, that works. And it's like, hey guys, so I guess I'll see you around. I guess if you have two enemies that you target at the same time like this, the one in front takes more damage than the one in back. That makes sense. Okay, so in order to... Jesus Christ, in order to clear out this area, I guess I'm gonna sweep it again from left to right. And focus on the one part that I was not able to clear out yet. I'm pretty sure it's the one that requires me to go where the ghosty was. Here. Otherwise I couldn't get there. I don't think. So hang on, so here we are, right? And, okay, this is the place. I thought this should... So if we already explored here, then why is there a second thing? Oh, right, great, I forgot about that. I don't know, maybe we don't need to open it. Because I don't think there's anything else left down here, so... I don't know, maybe we take a leap of faith in the part with all the spikes and stick to the left side. Or something like that. Like, I guess, you know, the game does get a little more interesting when you are actually able to fucking explore. Never mind the fact that it takes a lot longer for the game to enable you to do this than it does in traditional Metroidvania fare, but... Let's see, we got the Earthquake Punch, which is the same as the Tremor Punch, but it's on the ground, right. Like, if I drop down here, what will I see? I see. That's what I... Oh, wait a minute. There's like a gap between the... Okay, so... I think, from based on what I've just witnessed... If I... Yeah, I need to do that again to unlock the skills. Right, if I let myself hang like, oh, I can do that. See, that wasn't really evident either. Oh, shit. I forgot about these cave naiads, I guess. Or the cave version of the naiads from the swamps in Lord of Shadow 1. The swamps and the sewers, apparently, so I get another magic upgrade. And I also want to check out whatever's over here, because... I'm guessing it's going to be a shortcut back up, since I don't... And by shortcut, I mean it's probably going to be the only way back up, since I don't think you can, like, go back the same way I came to get here. Okay, so yeah, the switch was on the other side. I did have to take a leap of faith, just not how I thought at first. Oh, it's a one-way thing. Oh, well, not like you would need to go back down there, but... So that takes care of everything in this area. The only thing left is the vertical prison. I guess we could check that out too. I think we have everything we need to like get all the collectibles. So for now, let me just delete that. Are there any more notes in like any of these areas? There's one there. There's a marker there. There's a bunch of notes here, so... So let me see. Guess I'm gonna check out the vertical prison to get there, though I think I'm gonna have to go back. I think you can reach it from this path. Oh, there's spikes down there. I think it might be this way, I don't know. Actually, no, it's not. Pretty sure I didn't have Gerhard Schneider when I went to the vertical prison, so... There's only 2 exits from here. No, there are 3. Okay. Oh, but the vertical prison would be the lowermost one. So we're just gonna go... Oh, for fuck's sake, come on. It's not very nice, you know? So let's do vertical prison again. Hopefully for the last time ever. I have to read about the new move that I got now. Or do I? I don't know. Why does it say there's new things? Is it like the... There's been updates in the enemy weaknesses? I don't see anything new here. I don't know why it keeps saying that. But let's see, let's just... I have no idea which specific part is going to be what I'm looking for here. We're here at level 9. I think the max level is 20 something, actually. Of course, I can't be bothered to remember off the top of my head what it would be. Also, what I was gonna say, but then I got sidetracked this time. Oh yeah, we're not actually going to be lower or racing the water again. I don't have to do that anymore because we have the grapple now. I don't know why they're letting us do this, but okay. Because if we just want a quick way down. Well, the quick way down would be don't fucking put fall damage in this game. I mean, you know, I don't think any of the 3D Lords of Shadow games, either of them have fall damage, so... Why all of a sudden do this? You know, never mind the fact that it's a 2D side-scroller. Well, 2.5D, whatever the fuck you want to call it. Seems like a lot of design decisions are just hard. Difficileth. Que hostia, tío. Okay. So I guess we just have to identify which of these squares in the map we haven't filled out yet. Looks like it's only a couple of them that are right above where I am right now, so let's go hunting for those. And apparently we found them immediately. Okay, I guess we just couldn't get here before because of the... Well, because we didn't have the grapple, and even when it was like filled up with water, presumably it was like blocked off. I am forced to assume. But it has a health upgrade, so it's good that didn't miss it. I've increased maximum amount of life. And of course that takes care of this place. If only I could easily get out of here now, but I don't think that's gonna be quite so simple. So we just continue going through the area with our new means of doing so, I suppose. Oh, there we are. You know what, I also love the fact that these grapple points take a little bit to light up, so it's like, hey, I tend to admire the scenery while the thing that I need to make progress here decides to appear. That's a great design choice too, alright. Now we go down there, I guess we go to this place. Should be able to access a warp immediately from there. Or pretty much immediately. Nope, sorry skeleton, no time. Don't give up, skeleton. So let's take out the only warp we haven't taken yet, which is the one on the right here, the red one. And find another scroll. I wonder what we found. We could have installed such a strange device in this cave so far from civilization. This ground is unholy. The person responsible will pay for the sacrilege even if it costs me my life, never mind the fact that it's very convenient for me. It lets me travel very fast. So where are we right now? We're over here in the Forgotten Caves. The far end of the Forgotten Caves at that. I guess this is a good opportunity to backtrack and get the stuff from before. I don't think there's going to be any faster way for us to do so later on. Or ever, really. Okay, so now we're back at the castle outer wall. And apparently we know exactly where to go, so let's make a beeline for that marker. Jesus Christ. Oh, there's the thing. Okay. Yeah, we found it. It's a hard upgrade. Not as good. But still pretty good, I guess. It's better than not having it. But if I cared at all about using ammunition, I would love that. But here we are. Alright, so... let's delete our very first notes. It's so sad, but it has to be done. And now head back into the caves and check out the rest of the stuff that we can get from in there. Okay, we are missing 3 things, and I see 2, maybe 3 things, I'm not sure, but I also see one suspicious spot over on the right, so sure to check all of that out. First, let's get away from this place. The horrible water. And the killer fish. There's nothing here, we need to press on. Now let's see here, because we're coming up on apparently unmapped part of the map, or unfilled out part of the map, I don't know how best to describe what I mean, but I don't think we're going to be able to exit from here, a little bit too low. Yeah, we couldn't get this at all because... Okay, never mind, I guess we found all the stuff and it wasn't even the place I thought it was. Those mermen suddenly came out of the water and massacred my entire company. I could only watch as they tossed the crippled bodies of my comrades into the water, where they suffered in agony as their offspring fed on them. What a story, Mark. So we have two more things to find, and it doesn't look like either of them are related to that one that we just found, so... Well, there's another one. Just my heart. Oh, and there's the other one. It's just a bestiary page. The Merman bestiary page. Somewhere during the evolution between fish and men, these intelligent beings learned to move onto dry land in search of new prey. That's the explanation for Merman, I suppose, the missing links. The Merman organize search parties and lay ambush for anyone unsuspecting who comes through the water. Alright, so finally the new entry in the menu symbol went away. Even though there was no reason for it to be there before. Well, never mind, I guess I filled out the map completely now. Let's just get rid of that and just move on to this one other area. Oh boy, there's some places though that apparently we haven't explored to completion at all. Actually, not sure where I would rather go. Well, I guess we're gonna have to make use of this again. To get out. Oh yeah, to get to the... I guess one of the things we're missing is in the deadly waterfalls. For some reason I thought... Oh, there's 6 things missing. That's wonderful. Okay. This is gonna be a fun ride, I can already tell. And I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 things marked, and I guess that's how many I'm missing, so hopefully that will be an indication of, you know, my note-taking paying off. That would be nice. Okay, let's just keep going left after this waterfall, I suppose. That's what my instincts are telling me. And let's do it for for real this time. I don't remember if we went left here or not. We didn't we? Hang on a minute. The note here says, hey, go this way, right? Fuck. Hope I didn't just waste my opportunity there. I probably did. Yeah, it doesn't look like I'm gonna have enough magic to get past this waterfall unscathed. Well, didn't make it unscathed, but I made it somehow, so... Thousands of corpses of men, women and children that were thrown into the moat during the First War. The First War have infected the underground streams. So I guess that's the explanation there. Apparently a lot of corpses in the water will sully it to the point where it will melt through anything. So I don't need this note anymore. Let me go ahead and... Spot. What does the other say? Go right, also go left, and grapple. Okay, I can do that. So let me check something. We do a leap of faith here, where instead of oh, there we go. Find something else. Harpy. Bestiary entry. As lethal as a bird of prey and as elegant as a woman, the Harpies have become an organized tribe of warriors that nest beneath the fortress. The firm belief that the flesh of their prey will give them vigor and eternal life, they have become fanatical killers. Okay. So I'm pretty sure that taking that leap of faith is the only way to find out too, because there's like very little indication whatsoever that you can even reach that ledge from anywhere. I do hope that I have enough magic to do this without stopping at the fountain, right? Hope I have enough magic to get through this too. Right, I do, but the question is, will I find another magic font soon, because I don't have enough magic to get through another waterfall. Or that to come first. Well, apparently didn't have to worry about that. I'll just continue on, I guess. Pretty sure I have to keep going here, I don't know. I have to push the box if I recall. To push the box to make it up here at least, okay. And then I have to keep pushing it to get past that big old waterfall on the right. Well, not to get past it, but to help me make progress once I am past it. So let's get even more magic font again, and... make it up here where with any luck I should be able to find more stuff that we are unable to grab thanks to the grapple. Because if we go to the right here we can find a grapple point and then miss because of momentum not being adequate enough. In spite of... Now, oh, Jesus Christ, am I all the way back? Okay, thanks game. Thanks for letting me make good use of your mechanics just as intended. And there's a part of me that regrets that DSP never played this game, I don't think, even though He did play the first Lords of Shadow because this would have destroyed him. And even though he did play the first Lords of Shadow, I'm kind of sad. I'm pretty sure he didn't fight the Forgotten One, which would have been pretty memorable. If my own confrontation with that boss is any indication. Sure would love getting random phone notifications that have nothing to do with what I'm doing right now, or anything I'm expecting, or trying to look into. Okay, so let's try it again, this time without dying. There. So what's over here? Is it a new path, or is it a secret? Treasure of some kind. I would be preferring the latter, and apparently it is. Good. Restore maximum amount of life, which you can always use. And let's see, there's because it's just a shortcut. I say yes, I am unable to grab it because, of course I am. It's just a shortcut, but it also leads to this place. In the eastern part of the cave I have seen creatures transporting a secret chest. After such a long journey, the cloudy water filtering through the rocks does not look so unpleasant now. Before continuing on my way, I will drink a little to regain my strength. Well, I'm sure that ended wonderfully. So let's see, we don't need this anymore. We don't need no, that one's staying for now, but we have one more thing to collect, and I can already see it on the map, but I don't know how to get to it yet. I expect that will change soon enough. Alright, so here we are on the outside with the shambles again, but you can also climb up here now. It's just now something that is within our capabilities to do. So where will this land us? Time to find out. Oh shit. Well, it will land us in a inconvenient confrontation that will result in us falling off, even if there was no real reason for us to do that. Because harpies are fun, right? So what does this guy have to offer us? The impact of the fall made me lose consciousness for a time. When I awoke, fear left me breathless, not because of my shattered body, but because of the sea of corpses I found myself lying amongst. I managed to drag myself out of that hell, but realized that some of the corpses had begun to stir. Well, better go call the medic then. Alright. And if you look at the map, there's only a few places left where you don't have everything, and they should be, what does the note say, the chandeliers, okay. It'll be pretty easy to get that rest of the stuff with the grapple, probably. Sure, now we just keep going until we hit those places, I guess. It's not like there are any warps nearby, so it's not like we really have a choice, either way. I kinda wish there was a way to heal yourself without, you know, without a health font, but... well, whatever, I guess. I mean, ordinarily in Metroidvanias you can only heal yourself with items, which you're probably not gonna use very often. Well, depends on your playstyle, I guess, but I didn't use them very often. And the only other way is by getting to a save room. So it's kind of resonant with that, if nothing else. Alright, just one more way to go. Just one more, just a little more to go before we end up someplace that we probably should be going. Sure, I'm glad they repopulate these boss rooms with more shit to get in your way, oh boy. I also like that apparently these cave-ins don't get staggered by your movements at all. Fuck. And they're very jittery, which clearly is a very good thing when you fight them. Right, so I'm pretty sure, I am 100% certain there's a fucking... Yeah, there's another grapple point over there, so... What the fuck? Hold on, let me face that way, I guess. And then it doesn't matter anyway. Bien hecho, tíos. Qué buen trabajo han hecho. Right, I'm spamming the swing button, and I'm... Hang on. Can I, like... do this? Push myself up higher, kind of up, but then it doesn't matter anyway, because... the buttons... There, Jesus fucking Christ. Can I... reach the other one without doing that? Okay, apparently I can. I like how some of the most obtuse scrap that you have to do is something that you're not... You know, that is not clarified for you at any point. The stuff that, you know, the game would actually benefit from clarifying is the stuff that it doesn't clarify. Oh, whatever, we'll be done with this for now soon. Back in the library, we have so many treasures, we're most clear to be very close to beating the game, right? We only have one boss left, like I said. So much... we're so good at playing this game that... it's just been completely left contentless at our incredible prowess. There's gonna be like Fleamen waiting for me up there, aren't there? Nope, I guess not. Not this time. Actually, wait up before I do this. Let me take a quick detour to get one more thing that's over on the right. I'll deal with you guys later. I'll just passing through now. I'm just taking a stroll here. Back into the ballroom and actually be able to swing across. This time. And the chandeliers in Super Castlevania 4 look so much better with Mode 7 than these do. I'm gonna get a hard upgrade. At least we're able to do all this without too much hassle. now for real, we're going back in the library, and yeah, there's a couple of wolfy boys here. I guess I'm gonna kill them, why not? Okay. The guard break punch is actually not terrible like I thought it would be. So now what? I guess we'll go over there. Can't go up to here, can we? Nope, it's just a dead end with barrels. And I don't know how we're gonna get up there. Presumably I'm gonna find out by continuing, because we're actually back at a point where I actually have not explored past this point, so now that we're done with all the backtracking though, I don't really have to worry too much about that. So what lies beyond this point? This is new uncharted territory right here. A scripted fight with, oh boy, oh. Books that shield the enemies, that's quite obscene. And a group of flea members always obscene, no matter the situation. Looks like I can only shoot one enemy at a time, at least. Yeah. There we are. Is that all? Right, I guess so. Let's go over there now. Over to the left. See what kind of nonsense we will find over here. Oh. Alright, at least I put this little safety net in. And there's a little gate here. And I have to presume we can get past it. But I have a vague memory of there being like a really stupid, unintuitive way to get past this thing. And I don't remember what the fuck it was. Hang on, let's just keep going for now. If I reach like the end of this map, I'll come back here because I'm fairly certain I don't like need any more abilities to look for treasure at this point. I already have all the abilities that I'm gonna get during this story. Oh. Because you can see there's that treasure up there. It's the apparently one of 3 treasures that are left in the library. How the fuck do we get to it is the question. Well, apparently we're about to leave this place, so the question remains. Hang on. I do want to take a look before I head over there. Like I see that there should be a way up from here, or maybe not a way up, but like there should be something above here that we should be able to access, so why is that not the case? What is the game doing wrong? What am I supposed to do here? Like, throw up? No? Evidently not. Alright, so... What the fuck do I do here? Actually, I don't remember at all. It's not pressing R, is it? No. It's not using this Sonic Punch thing. It's not doing that either. It's not attacking this normally. It's not using my ghosties. Right, you know what? Let me take a look. A very quick look at the other exit from this map. We see what lies beyond this point. If it's what I think it is... Oh, Toy Maker's Funfair, alright. Okay, never mind. I think we are gonna go a little bit further before I go back to actively looking for treasure, I guess. Oh boy. Oh, I did a synchronized block. Okay. Wasn't aiming to, certainly. Jesus Christ. Truly love being sandwiched between the enemies. It never gets old, let me tell you. Feels wonderfully great and not at all cheap, especially when, you know, that happens and literally not putting control back in time to be able to dodge that. Alright, let's just continue on. Well, if anything, this marathon has taught me that I shouldn't play any of these games for very long, or I'll just evolve into bitching about everything. Because honestly, this game's kind of warranted, but whatever. Let's go to do a plot thing for once. Got past our body there. And my goodness, what do we got here? We've got some references to bosses from old Castlevania games, as if to remind you, hey, wouldn't you rather be playing that? The Manticore, the Behemoth, Medusa, we got the Man-Eater. That's legit just the Behemoth from Round of Blood. It's like a merry-go-round thing. And Medusa looks like the Medusa from Curse of Darkness. Oh, but what's this? There's somebody down there. It's the Mans again, and it's pushing some crap around. And we're not done messing with this yet, so it seems. So we just kind of do this for a while. You know, it's very exciting. It's a thrill ride like you wouldn't believe. And now there you go the other way. Well, I'm glad that the monster faces at least turn to face me. Makes it more authentic, you know. And yeah, this certainly has not gotten old by now or anything. They give this just the right length, you know. It's very, very fulfilling. Alright, looks like we're actually done with that crap now. And we're back to this cel-shaded cutscene with flat objects. Could this be, though?
You helped me once before, and now you do so again. Why? Who are you?
That isn't important right now. That weapon you are carrying, how did you come upon it?
Funny story.
It's the castle that guides me. It took me to it. It belonged to my father. I will use it to avenge his death, and that of my mother.
How did your mother die?
These are normal questions.
My father came to this castle many years ago when I was but a child. He came to destroy the evil that lives here. He never returned. He must have greatly angered the Dark Lord, for soon after, Dracula attacked the Brotherhood's stronghold with his legions. None survived. My mother was killed, trying to keep me safe.
I see. So now you plan to face the Prince of Darkness alone. Your father was one of the greatest Brotherhood warriors that ever lived, yet he could not defeat Dracula. What makes you think that you can?
Did you know my father? Answer me. Did you know my father?
This I promise. You shall not stand alone against him.
So a tall, dark stranger with white hair who knew Trevor. Wonder who that could possibly be. Was also, like, apparently familiar with the castle and trying to stop Dracula as well. Wonder what kind of twist they're going for there, I say, as if I didn't already know. It's not really a twist, I don't know. Don't really know if it qualifies as that. There's something else later on that qualifies more, but... Sure, why not? I'll call it a twist. I'll be very... very loose with my terminology. And we got one more. Health font, well, health chest, not really health font. And an elevator that will take us up, but up to where? Because if it does take me to where I think it will, yeah, main tower outside. This is the final area of Simon's story. The boss is at the end of this area, so I guess this is my time to turn back and try to find out what the fuck to do in the library. I guess I didn't actually have to go any further to... Didn't actually have to go any further to get anything that would help me get the secrets left in the library. Well, at least I didn't die. Hey, nice to see you. Oh, there's a fucking book up there, that's not nice. No, I don't want to fight that guy anymore. See what you've done, game. Alright, let's just go back over here. Just go back down, go back to where the stuff is. Oh, for fuck's sake, and be forced to partake in this terrible camera angle set and at least stop you from being able to see the grapple points that you should be able to use. Because the game wants you to fight and not be denied, I guess. It's terrible. There. Okay, no, I'm here, and honestly, I am just gonna say fuck it and ask my old friend. What the fuck do you do in the library? Actually, wait a minute. There was this clue. I forgot about that, but after making a quick inquest, was that clue in way down below in a different part of the library that's something about 3 books that you have to open up or whatever, and I have not found any of them. You have to go further down. I'd never even went this way, hang on. Or filled in that particular square. Alright. Guess I'm gonna take a look back down below. Down here. And yeah, I was told about some books that I need to open. Don't know if any of them are gonna be here. I see a book. Guess technically if we count that one and the one below as 2, then there's only one more book left to open, but I don't know where it could be. Actually, wait a minute. There is one thing that I found before, but I couldn't use for anything because the game doesn't like me exploring non-linearly, so... If I drop down here, there's this lever, which does nothing whatsoever. Because I can't even interact with it. See, I thought maybe, just maybe, that might have had something to do with that, but I'm trying to discover, but apparently the answer is no. Apparently, even if I try to go up there again with, which is very finicky when this thing's in the way. See, I found this book here, I found the book up above that opened up the shortcuts, and that's all. I went all over the place and I found no 3rd book. Like even back here, right, hang on, let me take a closer look. Pretty sure there is no 3rd book here or anything like that, but... I think I leveled up at least, made it to level 10. And unlocked a new skill, the Heavy Direct Counter-Strike. Sure. Probably never gonna use that on purpose, since I would rather keep my distance, but... at least it's there, right? So is there anything here? There's a dead guy, but there's no book or anything like that. Maybe if I go back to where the courtyard was, I don't know. Let me check again before I keep fumbling around like this. It looks like that's gonna be the only way. It's gonna be look at the unlocked doors I've already opened. Like look up here, take a closer look at this little area that leads to where the combat cross and the boss fight with the necromancer was. But of course that's gone now, so that's not what we're looking for at all. So let's just take a close look at everything up here, because it's the only place left to look. Right, there's nothing in these hallways, there's nothing here in the place with the teleporters, and doesn't seem to be anything here either. There's not, did not seem to be anything up there in the place that leads to the next area. What about up here, the place that you grapple up to? Oh, there's a crawl space here. Is this what we've been looking for? Hang on. Yeah, I guess it is, because we apparently had not come down here at all, even though I think I wouldn't have missed this before. Alright, I guess I found it. Found a book with the following passage inscribed in. When a great darkness loomed over the castle, a group of wise men schooled in arcane magic took shelter in the library. Their minds were poisoned by envy, arrogance, and hatred for each other. Forbidden rituals were performed, but the souls of the men were lost within the pages of the books forever. So I guess that's your justification for the evil books that we've been finding. Reward will word have every great reach, whoever reads every word will have a great reward. Well, speaking of the books, here they are. Well, here's one of them. Fuck's sake, and there's multiple of them, never mind. Once again, I am unable to count. Oh, and there's a third one too, that's just wonderful. Especially love the part where I'm able to hit the book, because it's a different plane of elevation, except it's not. So it's just smushed against the werewolf, thereby preventing me from hitting it effectively. But there's nothing else up here, is there? Like, there's no ledge there. No, I guess not. Oh, Jesus Christ. Well, I'm gonna have to deal with these fuckers one more time. It's a regrettable state of affairs, but here we are. There. Can't climb on the lower one, can we? No, that would be too convenient, even though there's nothing different about it than the other one. Right now this shit should be open. But hey, wait, before you go over there, let's get the bestiary entry unlocked for the magic book. Search for Immortality has caused many wizards to use their dying breath to commit their souls within heavy tomes of parchment. These pages permeate with the dark powers of their authors, and so they are able to write cruel endings for those valiant enough to confront them. Alright. Also got a heavy area counter-strike, which is even more unlikely that I'll ever use due to the fact that I never used the area attack, except for, like, skeletons and what have you. A great reward. Whatever you have of taking B treasure might prove it too. So I guess if you somehow get up here without, or, well, I don't know. I was gonna say if you somehow get up here without reading all the books, which should be impossible, you don't get that, but no, the designers probably didn't think of that. Probably there's just one flag to trigger that door opening, and it's in the book that we just read. I would bet that that's the case. go. I think maybe one of them survived? No. Okay. And now I go. As we should have all the treasures in the library, yep, so all we have left to do is get the one remaining treasure in the outer wall place. And for fuck's sake. And we will have 100% of treasures collected for Simon. Which, you know, for what it's worth, it's still only a third of the game. Spoilers. Oh, shit. Oh. There we go. And now we get up there. And we don't turn back this time. This is our final approach. We're in the main tower outside. Let's climb the main tower outside, shall we? We have to do this clockwise, otherwise it doesn't work. And you can climb on these counterweights. Always be sure to remember that. And oh boy, do you see what I see? It's oh, I know what to do here, hang on. It's a very regrettable presence. Oh, and get a game over because my ghosty guy didn't want to do his job in time. Right, come on, I'm pressing the button once to turn him on, and I am not pressing it again. Oh, no, no, don't grab that shit again, Jesus Christ, hang on. I have full magic, so this should absolutely not be a problem. Okay, why do I have to press the button twice? What the hell? See, hang on a minute. Apparently, even if I turn the ghost, if I make him active, before that, it deactivates when I actually get on the lever, so why? Right. I am holding the lever now. The ghost should be active. I see the red stink lines. There he goes. That's how we get past that. It's really hard to see you when the ghost is active, though, against this wonderful, wonderful, lovingly rendered background. The fact that you're constantly moving up and the red stink lines don't like stay on you. Oh, I interrupted the trumpet or whatever that was. That was nice. There we go, that's how we do this. Maybe it isn't, I don't know. Keep jumping, we can defy physics and do this. And now we actually get to fight one of these lovely gargoyles creatures, which are apparently just lava pelicans with a rhinoceros horn. That's an interesting design. No spoilers, these gargoyles are actually very terrible to fight. Alright, let's go. Let's not miss that guy over there, though, because he is, in fact, the final treasure left to collect, I think. He is. Note what he's holding. We found the treasure. It was him all along. Those little hunchbacks seem intent in their work to build and expand the castle. Don't know where they come from or what drives them, but they seem influenced by the darkness that surrounds the new lord. Well, there we go. We got all the treasures. It is now a completely gold map. Ain't I proud? Not really. But hey, at least I don't have to do it anymore, ever. Let's just continue on. All that's left now is to get to the end of the game, which is, well, not the end of the game. Well, yes, the end of the game, but in order to accomplish that first, we must get to the end of this story, which is what we will do. Oh, we don't even have to do that. Okay. It's what we will do in brief. Also, apparently they're hoisting up a clock face to this place. Oh, I see. Oh, okay, I did it in time. They want to make a clock tower just like the ones in the old Castlevania games. So where the fuck do I go after this? Because, oh, well, obviously. Whatever. So yeah, these gargoyles are Castlevania birds, if there was any doubt about that. They just pester you to no end when you're trying to do some climbing. As is their wont as Castlevania birds. There. But it seems that at last we've made it to the end here. Just got to get my stuff recharged with these two very convenient fonts that tell you that there's something important coming up, and smash through the window as I guess a Belmont tradition at this point. Wonder what we will find in here. Remember to check your oxygen meter when diving. Diving in what? Who knows, but maybe this place will address that.
Simon.
Right, I'm on my way. I have to hold right, not up.
Come closer, Simon. Don't be afraid.
Okay, I'm on my way, as you can see.
Welcome, warrior. We've been waiting for you. You
I
have
see.
traveled so far, you must be weary. Come, stay with us. You will find our hospitality most pleasant.
Well, alrighty then. I have no reason to distrust you.
Come on, Simon. Get closer. Join us.
Or to question what's going on here with the sudden change in background.
Do you like what you see? I have created this for you. I want you to feel this. Let me show you how good you can feel.
Okay, you know, never mind the fact that this is when the controller starts rumbling to let you know that, hey, you gotta do shit soon.
Simon.
I could have done without that laugh animation, but yeah, time for the final boss of Simon's story, which is the succubus. I see. Well, maybe. And then she does this, and it's not really clear what the counter is, or if you're even able to do that at first. I guess not. Right. Right, let's grab the shield. And just continue on, I guess. Oh, didn't have that spinning attack. And I'm pretty sure you can interrupt her when she tries to do it again, yeah. This just can't do it the first time because fuck you, that's why, I guess. Darn it, Simon. How dare you, Simon. Dang it, Simon, why are you gonna be such a party pooper, Simon? You ain't right, Simon. It seems like it's the same button every time instead of like alternating as it did in the, you know, the first Lords of Shadow. Well, it goes smoothly enough.
You've missed out on so much pleasure.
Now I'm just gonna stand there. You know, we're not gonna go into detail about what we've just witnessed, but... Right, gee, I wonder which one is the real one. Yeah, look at this coordinated assault, it's the stuff of legends right here. Apparently it is, though. Right. There we are. As long as she doesn't do it again, we should be alright. Nope, okay. Oh, that just moved, because that's apparently... That does scrape off a little bit of health of you, apparently, no matter how quickly you... I was gonna say, no matter how quickly you repel it, but no, apparently if you see it coming fast enough, you can just take care of that without a scratch.
I'm sorry I failed you, my lord.
Oh boy, now we get a dramatic reenactment of this from a different perspective. And why do you know it was an evil throne room all along? And there's Dracula himself, who could have guessed. So where could this go now?
Worthy of the name Belmont.
I am Simon Belmont. I have come to avenge the death of my parents. I've come to destroy you.
Tell me, how do you plan to do this, Simon Belmont? With that, perhaps. That relic you carry holds no power over me, young Belmont. Know this, your father died by my hand. Will you suffer the same fate?
I see, he still has the gauntlet with him. He hasn't learned.
You cannot kill me. You will die in vain, just as your father did.
We'll see about that now, won't we?
Apparently not, because we're being interrupted. Very rudely so.
Good of you to join us, Alucard.
What? So yeah, Alucard is also in this game, and I want to see if I can just skip out on this little intro for now and just leave that for the second stream of this that I do. I'm probably just gonna do this in 3 streams. Based on what I've just seen here. Well, yeah, it's unsaved progress will be lost. Let me exit the main menu first. I'm pretty sure it just auto-saves, so I don't have to worry about that. Hey, look, more cinematics. Simon meets Dracula is the last one that shows up. Can't look at the credits yet, though, which is kind of weird, because usually that's an option that's unlocked from the beginning in most games that have that, but no, that'll be enough of this game for me right now. I don't know how much I was expecting each of these episodes to take, but it's taking a little more than expected, I'll say that much. But is that out of the way? That'll be it for my first stream of this game in particular, like I said. I don't know if, you know, we were gonna do some co-op today, but somebody couldn't make it, so maybe we'll do some of that tomorrow, I don't know. Maybe have a surprise. And actually, even though I'm done streaming this game for now, I might actually, if I feel like it, I might come back on in a bit with something else, like, I don't know, Wind Waker HD. I should probably keep playing that game, instead of just dropping it like a person who drops games and never finishes them, even though that describes me pretty well. And I probably ought not to do that, so I'll try not to. But right now I will just sign off for the time being, and maybe return, maybe not. At any rate, I'll probably see you tomorrow, so I will see you then, at the latest. Maybe in a little bit, maybe not, but right now, at this very moment, bye.